What scratching is it? If it's scratchy, just itch it. Get some cream, you'll be fine. We're live. Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. It's an unusual one. We're here on a Saturday. Wasn't here on Thursday, but we planned to be here on Saturday anyway. You'll notice down there we've got BrickQueen. BrickQueen is here
Hi.
on a Saturday. So, hey, BrickQueen, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good, good. And we always, as always, we have the Craigster. How you did?
Hello. I'm
And we
good,
have
thanks.
Greg from London Bridge Bricks also.
Yeah, me and Craig are still here from last night. We haven't
Yeah,
moved,
we've not
have we,
left.
Craig?
Just had a sleepover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just say hello to people who are popping in the chat first of all. We have Liam. How's it going, Liam? Good to see you. We have Josh from Lumberjack. Hey, dude, how's it going? Aidan as well. We have Ingrid. Hey, Ingrid. Good to see you. Tommy Dempsey is here. Hosco, as usual, asking, did someone say mayo? Again, no one did, but it's good of you to ask. Good to see you, dude. We have Nicoletta's here. Hey, Nicoletta. London Bridge Bricks is saying hey to everybody, and we'll get back to the chat in a little while. So it's good to see you, Brick Queen. Christine, as we're told we're allowed to call you. So first of all, yeah, tell us a little bit about Brick Queen and the channel.
Where do I even start? I've been on YouTube for over 10 years now, so there's been a lot of changes, like from all the way back then to now. Like it just feels like a totally different world now. But been doing Lego for over 10 years, so
10 years.
Wow.
And what got you into Lego?
Actually, when I was a kid, I had like this box of like just random Lego pieces. Like I never had any actual like sets, It was just a box of random pieces that had actually been passed down. Like it was my sister's, then it was my brother's, and then it was given to me. And so like I always played with that as a kid. And then in college, I met my husband, and he was like super into Lego. And so he really got me into it, getting the sets and stuff. When he first showed me there were sets, I was like, what? That exists? I didn't know that was a thing. So just been really into it ever since.
And so, I mean, when you got into Lego, you like the rest of us, you got into Lego, but what like got you really into Lego and say to get you to a point where you go, I love this and I'm going to create a Lego YouTube channel?
I don't even know how I got to that point. It was just kind of between me and my husband, we were just talking about it, and we were like, you know what, let's just do a Lego YouTube channel. We saw a couple of other people on there doing it already. Brick Show TV was big back then. And we saw those two brothers doing it, and we were like, yeah, I could do that.
Because like a lot of us, like for me, I got into Lego through collecting minifigures, and like, we're probably near a near similar age. You're probably younger than me anyway, but so like I've children, so as an older person, I didn't know what to be doing. So like I was like, okay, I'll look at YouTube and see if other people are making YouTube videos. And I found people like Brickstar was there. I found him accidentally because I was into watching Lego trains smash into each other and everything. So I found him randomly. I didn't go looking for a YouTuber, but when I was looking at Lego YouTube in Google, in YouTube, you came up, and again you mentioned the Brick Show. The Brick Show came up, and two of the first channels I subscribed to were you guys, and mainly I was looking for Lego Monster Fighters, and you two were the only ones doing videos on them. I don't know why. Maybe no one could find them, but
Maybe.
yeah. So that's what kind of drew me to those two channels. And but tell me a little bit about the channel itself. Do you have a focus? Like a lot of people will focus on, say, Marvel or Star Wars, or what? Do you have a theme?
I think it's kind of drifted here and there, but usually I would say my theme is a little bit more focused on Harry Potter.
Right. Any reason?
I just had a lot of Harry Potter sets. We built the whole castle back in the day, long time ago. We connected all the castle pieces, and I used to have that as my background for a long time. So I was just really into Harry Potter, and I thought that was awesome. But I guess over time, I've kind of, I don't know, I've drifted to where it's kind of a little bit of everything with Lego. So I don't really focus on Harry Potter as much as I used to. It's kind of just whatever I like at the moment.
Were you happy to see the return of Harry Potter when Harry Potter came back?
Oh, absolutely. I was thrilled. I was so excited. I've gotten, I think, almost all of the new sets so far.
Wow.
Yeah, I think from the first wave or the second wave, I'm just missing the Burrow. And then I didn't get any of the recent wave yet because like it was like an avalanche of sets from teams in the past like 6 months. It was like, you kind of feel like you need them all, like a Pokemon collection. But
Yeah.
I will stick to my Harry Potter ones because I haven't missed one, except for that Book of Monsters, which actually one of the awesome people who subscribes to the channel, Fab Blondie, sent me all the way from America,
Oh,
because they
awesome.
just weren't available. So when you got into doing your Lego YouTube channel, what did your family think?
They have, I think I'm like the only one in my family that's really like, into YouTube. I have a brother that's really into computers, but he's not really into YouTube. So, I don't think they think much about it. They don't subscribe to me or watch or anything.
What? Don't worry, I know that feeling.
They just don't really care.
Did they think? Oh, that's a typical Christine thing, or because like most people who do YouTube, like ourselves, are a bit bonkers. So my family were just kind of like, oh, he's doing something else that's a bit odd, and but they subscribed to me because I made them. Was like, listen, you have to subscribe, or we'll never talk to you ever again.
Yeah.
You're off the Christmas card list.
I think with most of my family, they were kind of weirded out by it. They thought that it was something I would never do because in general, like I kind of have a little bit of social anxiety and I don't really like talking to people too much. So, they just didn't expect me to do something like this. But I was like, you don't understand. It's behind the camera. It's not face to face. It's just different. It doesn't bother me nearly as much.
I mean, that's a really good point because I do this every Thursday. Greg does his version of this on a Friday. Greg was doing this kind of thing before me. But we both get people on and we talk to people, and what we've both found is that a lot of people who do YouTube have social anxiety, and some of them have like a million plus subscribers. Some of them have lower. It doesn't matter, but they feel comfortable doing Lego YouTube videos or YouTube in general. But in real life, they probably prefer to stay in the house.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I'm always saying to people, like, my wife hears me talking in the kitchen or whatever. I'm talking to myself, just random things. Where's the bread? Oh, where'd I put that? Oh, I'm going to make a coffee, whatever. And she's like, you okay? And I'll just talk to myself. And, I don't mind it. But yeah, I mean, it also is a kind of a therapy, a lot of people have told us as well, to sit down and just, talk about your Lego collection or your set or whatever. And it's soothing.
It is.
Do you find that?
I completely agree. Completely. I mean, it's actually really relaxing, like after a long day of work, to come home and just like build a Lego set. It's just really soothing, get all your stress out from the day, just build a Lego set.
Exactly. We'll have a question from Lego Danny Bob, who asked, what's your favorite Harry Potter set?
Right now, I would probably say the new Diagon Alley. I have it behind me back here. It's a really awesome set. It was expensive, but that right now is probably my favorite Harry Potter set.
It's such a good one. Such a good set. That's one I forgot. I don't have that one, and because it's expensive, but I'll get it. I'll get there eventually. Just want to say hi again to Liam. Liam is one of your friends from your channel, and Lego Danny Bob. As I said, Danny's here. Hey, Danny. I asked Danny to come on. I know it's very early. I think it's about the same time as her for her as it is for you. So we'll get her on again. Moments of Magic is here. Hey, Moments of Magic. And if you're just dropping in, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And we've got a cool little poll, which is basically asking about the new Lego set. One of them from Ideas. It's the globe. The question is, are you going to buy it? Yes or no? I was going to put a not interested one in, but that's the same as no, so I didn't bother. So tell me, what your husband, who was obviously your partner at one stage, did you both get into Lego at the same time and start the channel together? Because I know what's your husband's name again? I forgot.
He goes by Radio Rex.
Yes, okay, and he did have a different YouTube name at one stage. Brick Titan. Yeah, Brick Titan. So did you get together and say, okay, you have your chat, and then did he kind of go, I'd want one as well, and set one up on his own?
So to start with, we both created channels at the same time. Like it was like right around the same time we both created a channel, but the focus was always more on my channel. And so, he was always helping me kind of behind the scenes, and for the first several years, nobody really knew that like he was there. We didn't talk about him or anything. And then, one day we decided, yeah, let's like actually put him in front of the camera on this channel so people know he's there. But he was always there. He helped me create the channel and do everything.
It's handy to have someone in your corner like that. And my Uncle Dave is here saying hello from Buckinghamshire. Hi, Dave. How's it going? Glad you managed to tune in. I also saw Emily is here from Emmasaurus. Good to see you. We are all good. Brick and Brood's here. How's it going? Hope you are well. And saying hello to everybody. I don't think I said hi to Liam from Lego Madness. How are you doing, dude? It's good you're all here on a Saturday, especially at a time in the UK and Ireland and Europe. There's football matches on right now, and I'm glad that a lot of you are here giving up your football time, although I know the lads here will probably have it on a screen somewhere, and any minute now you'll go, yeah, Cup the Hammers, or this one or that one. So
no, we've already won.
That's okay. That's okay. An early match. Brick 5, how's it going, dude? Good to see you here as well. And Spot here, how's it going? Haven't seen you for ages. So when do you have like a little rivalry between yourself and your husband channel wise? Because I think now he does more animation.
Yeah, he does more animation, but it's never been a rivalry between us. It's always been, help each other wherever we can, build each other up. I don't think even for a second there was even a hint of rivalry between us. Just always work together.
Oh, that's good. And what about your friends? Have you ever told all of your friends, some of your friends, and what was their reaction to their friends creating a Lego channel and playing with toys?
A few of my friends I've told, and they thought it was just like the coolest thing ever. And then I've told like the people that I work with, and they also, like, all of my coworkers subscribe to my channel, but my own family doesn't, which really amuses me. But my coworkers think that it's awesome. They just absolutely love it.
That's good. I mean, we found that a lot of our friends who have channels, when they tell people in work and stuff, support them hugely. Greg, you have friends in work who've given you Lego, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're completely supportive. They really are. But quite a few people I know in work are into Lego as well. They collect Lego. I know people that just collect Lego sets, but they never open them, and then they're not even buying them to, save up for a rainy day and then sell them off or anything like that. They're just they just like collecting them. It's just a bit, but horses for courses, I guess. But everyone's I think everyone likes that. Oh, you got a YouTube channel, and they say, how many people subscribed, and they're always quite pleasantly surprised, to be honest. And they tune in, they say, yeah, it's all very supportive. Everyone's very inclusive, especially where I work anyway, so it's pretty cool with that. So yeah, I remember when I first kind of came out, it felt like I was coming out of a closet or some sort, and I was saying to people like, yeah, yeah, I like Lego and stuff like that. And then they'd sort of get in touch with me and sort of say like, oh, do you mind if we talk to other people about the fact that you're into Lego and stuff like that? I'm like, yeah, the more the merrier. I said, tell them where I am and everything like that, you know. And my wife does exactly the same thing. Friends, family, anything like that. If it comes up in a sort of conversation, I don't know, it seems to be a pretty cool thing to actually know someone who does a YouTube channel. And you know, and it is pretty cool. So you know, I don't know, it's kind of, I got so used to doing it now. It's really not a thing anymore. But I remember when I used to, for the first time, I used to just I kind of must have been about 6 months before I kind of started telling people about it and stuff. I think I just sort of hit 500 subscribers, which I thought was, you know, astonishingly fantastic. And it was, it kind of, that was the most sort of anxious I had ever really got about the whole thing, to be honest. And then it was just a case of, okay, well then, you know, just give people a little spiel about what you do and how you do it and all that sort of thing. And yeah, but you know, you always get the usual questions. What's your favorite sets? What's your favorite theme? And all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I think people are genuinely interested. And I think a lot of people are kind of interested in Lego, but they don't necessarily go and buy a Lego set, but they kind of want to. I know I get that vibe that they want to, but they kind of think, oh no, it's just for kids. But of course, we all know it really isn't, in all honesty.
Oh, yeah, that's true, and especially then, I always see people in the shops. You probably do as well. You know, adults, and walk past, you know, the city, and city's kind of what they always see kids have. But then they walk past something like the Falcon, UCS Falcon. They go, oh my god, that's from Star Wars, and then they go, holy crap, that's €800, and then they get really interested, and it's like they see a price point that's an adult price point, and they go, maybe I could go with that one because it's, you know, kind of bigger, better. It doesn't have a like 8 to 12 age group on it. And then, you know, they move down, they see the Technic stuff, and then they see like the stuff like Stranger Things, and it's you see them just go down this aisle of Lego, and their mind changes instantly. It's brilliant to see. I just want to say a quick hi to Shy Time is My Time, who dropped in there as well. And yeah, so Shy is here also. Craig, what about you? Did you tell many of your friends in work that you're into Lego or have a YouTube channel?
I think some people at work know that I'm into Lego, but I wouldn't disclose them on a YouTube channel because of what I do. But yeah, everyone thinks I'm weird anyway, so I'm not bothered.
you're in good company with yourself.
Yeah, I don't think they really know, do they? Till they actually see it. Like if they come in here, then you go, oh yeah, I build Lego sets, and then you send them some pictures of some mocks or something, and they're like, oh wow. When you go to shows, and they're like, oh wow. And some of them have come and seen me at shows as well. But I think when they come in here, they go, oh, you have a serious problem.
I always remember when I tell people I've got a YouTube channel and stuff like that, and they're like, oh okay, yeah, and then they check it out and they're like, oh my god, you're like a real YouTuber, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have that problem. That gives me thing.
Yeah, I feel the same way whenever I tell people, and then they go look at the channel and they're like, oh my gosh, what? You really have a lot of subscribers. Like, yeah. Well, I mean, it's from a long time ago, but
it's still impressive. I mean, how long did it take you to get to 100,000? About?
I'm trying to think back. I think it was about maybe 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Wow. Sorry, go on.
And I was just going to say that is a massive number. I mean, the thing is that I'm finding the oddest thing about this, having you on and stuff like that, for me, and it's not odd, it's a poor choice of words, but it's the fact that you're, you know, a woman in the Lego space. I mean, was it ever a thing back then? Because me and Si went for months. You know, we had kind of regulars that would come on our streams, like Cafe Corner and Sarah Starbricks, and you know, and there's more women that have got into it. But back in your day when you was kicking off, there wasn't any women around, were there, into Lego?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say quote me on this or anything, but I think I may have been the first like woman to get into Lego on YouTube. Like, I don't remember there being anybody else whenever I
I can't
started.
think of anyone else. And so you seriously pioneered the way. Like there is no doubt about that. And you know, I think between you and me, Christine, I think most Lego YouTubers would love to have the subscribers that you've got. They really would. You know, that's a real professional level of subscriber. That really is. So, you know, congratulations to you and well
you.
done for, you know, all that early pioneering work before it was even a thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, you know, good stuff. Sorry, Si. I'll let you get back to that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I suppose on that, when you started, is there any? How did you find other people on YouTube to watch? Because we had Jang on, and we've had Brickstar on, and like the three of you are kind of like OG people. So, like, who was there when the OGs were starting?
Whenever I got started, like I said, I remember Brick Show TV, Night Shroud 99, and Lego Boy, who has changed it to Solid Brick Studios. I have such a hard time calling him Solid Brick Studios because I just remember when I started it was Lego Boy. But yeah, those were the main three whenever I got started. And then, you know, Night Shroud doesn't do videos anymore, or not Lego videos at least. But we're still really good friends. I still talk to him from time to time. And I don't know, there wasn't a lot of Lego people back then. So it was a very, very different kind of format back then. Everything was so different.
Yeah, I mean, we Greg was saying before, like when he started, and you know, it wasn't really the done thing to. That's a tongue twister. No one really asked anybody to, hey, subscribe if you're just joining in, hit the like button, and it became a social thing. Maybe it was just the educators on the different places saying, hey, you should do this to get your channel up to here. But you know, and then other people, like, I mean, we've had BFAB on as well, and he's a regular on Thursdays, and he was saying that before kind of doing this, there were like Google calls, and you know, it wasn't as simple as just going live. It was a different world. Do you think it's gotten easier?
Oh, definitely. Whenever I first started YouTube, because I started in 2011, and I don't even think back then we had the option to go live. I don't even think that existed then at all in any format. So back then it was just uploads. That was it. That's all you had. And you know, just communicating with people was totally different. I remember we used to sit there for hours and just go through and like send friend requests to people on YouTube. And like friend requests don't even exist on YouTube anymore. So it just, so much has changed.
I am so glad I wasn't doing it back then. I think because it does sound a little bit more complicated. Brick Hive is here. How's it going? He says, hi builders, hope everyone's doing well. We are indeed. Ingrid Wynn had to go, so Ingrid, talk to you soon. Ingrid has a TikTok channel and she does YouTube videos, so check Ingrid out. Check everybody out that's in the chat there as well, because from what I know, everyone has a channel out there. Speaking of TikTok, TikTok is a new app that arrived as a big burst of energy, and when it came out first, we all knew it as lip syncing and people just dancing and stuff like that. But over the past year, we've all discovered there's a Lego community over on TikTok. Now, I know I have a TikTok account over there. Greg has one. Craig hasn't yet, but I think he should. But it's, as I said before to everybody, it's not about girls dancing around in bikinis and lip syncing to the latest who knows what song. You have a TikTok account as well, and how's that going, Christine?
It's going pretty good. I've already got over 1,000 followers, which is kind of exciting. I never expected to get followers that fast on TikTok because I just started a few months ago. But you know, 1,000 means you can go live, and I've kind of been nervous to go live, but I have just recently gone live for the first time on there, so that was kind of exciting.
How did it go? How did it go? Because I recently discovered that if you tap on someone's live stream and then if you just flick up, you or scroll up, you go through a rotation of different live streams, and some of them are bonkers. Like some of them are the maddest things I've ever seen, and they're sitting there with like 5,000 people watching them. You know, there's a guy who dresses like a bat, and he just eats mad things and shouts, "Rah!" And 10,000 people watching him. It's good, but with the female content creators over there, I found that a lot of it is just oddballs saying, "Hey, you're pretty," or can I just see the palm of your hand and stuff? And it's like, how was your experience over there going live?
So going live on TikTok so far, I mean, it's only been one time, so I haven't had any weird things like that. I mean, not to say I haven't had weird things on other platforms. I've even had somebody in the past like just be like, "Can you please send me a picture of your pinky?" I think that was one of the weirdest
sorry about that.
You was you.
But it's been pretty tame on TikTok so far.
And how was the response? Like, did you get many people flowing in?
Yeah, I had several people watching. Not a lot because it was just the first go, but it was fun. I had several people watch, and several people in the chat just talking. So it was good. I want to go live some more on TikTok. I just haven't yet, but it's good.
Yeah, I know. It makes me nervous to think that I don't need to, but I'd like to go live on TikTok at some stage. But then again, I have to dip my toe into Twitch first, and then you don't want to spread yourself too thinly over.
Yeah, you don't have to, do you?
You don't have to, but me,
Yeah.
I'd like to have kind of like one on this day, one on that day, one on the. But I'd like to experience a live stream on Twitch. I think. Have you? What about you? Have you thought about doing any Twitch streams? Do you have a Twitch account?
Yeah, I actually just created a Twitch account recently, and the live streaming platform I'm using allows me to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So the last 2 times I went live, it was also connected to Twitch, but I only had like one person on Twitch watching. So I don't really know how to build a Twitch audience. I'm still kind of dipping my toe in over there. I don't really know much about that yet.
Any advice, Craig? Craig has a Twitch account.
Yeah, use the hashtag brickbuilding in your tag, because at the moment, without the category, that's the only way we get seen on there until they finally cave in and change a category of Lego building instead of us having to use just chatting or crafting and making.
Okay.
But the hashtag brickbuilding is probably the best way, because if we're looking for people that we might not be following to raid into, we will look at the hashtag brickbuilding to see if there's anybody building Lego to raid first.
Good to know.
Although it does help to raid people who are not building Lego as well, because it gets the community going. But it's nice to take your viewers to another Lego stream if you can.
Awesome. Thanks.
And have good mods. That's the other top thing I would say, because the mod section on Twitch is so much easier than YouTube, but you need to have people who understand how it works.
Okay.
I'm just heading to Twitch now. What's your channel name?
We get some more followers today.
Yeah.
I think it's BrickQueen. It might be Brick.Queen. Hang on, let me. Sorry, let me check.
I'll say hello to people in the chat. Mayo Hosko has to go. So it was great to see and hear from BrickQueen again. Have a good live stream. I always love this concept. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your sleep. He's in Australia, guys. BFAB is here. See, BFAB says, I'll be driving, can't talk. I'll be hitting a bunch of local toy stores trying to find the Overwatch 2 sets. And I know that BFAB found a load of 40% off video sets as well.
Nice.
I saw that. I think that was on his community tab or Instagram.
Is it Brick_Queen?
Actually, so I looked it up on Twitch. It's the BrickQueen. I think that was all that was available when I was doing it.
Cool name.
What? Someone stole your name?
Yeah, they stole my name. So I'm the BrickQueen, though.
Oh, yeah, that's even better, I think.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I told you. With a minifigure icon, brown hair, yeah?
Yes, that's me.
Yep. Just going to do this.
Si, can we put BrickQueen's Twitch account details down in the description later on?
Yeah, work away.
Yeah, and I'll put it in the chat in a minute. Just one sec.
I I'm just making Lorraine. Lorraine, okay, so the wife, as everybody knows, except for Christine, Lorraine's my wife. She's in there, Lorraine Fox O'Connor. So she had a phone, has a phone, and she dropped it, and the screen cracked, and it got worse over time. And I kept saying, "We have to get a new one. Have to get a new." We didn't get a new one, and then the touch screen stopped working, and then it was panic stations because we got a new phone, and when she tried to log into her Google account, it kept sending codes to the other phone. Tap here, tap here, taps the touch screen's not working anymore. So she couldn't get into her Google account. So that's all changed. So I had to make her a moderator there, and so that's what I was doing. But yeah. And it's not that, I mean, the touch screen, she couldn't remember her password either. It was, one she used all the time. We must have changed it at some stage. So she's all set up there now. Okay, I need to ask you, what YouTube for you, Christine, when it was going good, was it ever a job for you? Did you ever, or were you working at the same time?
I've always been working at the same time, so it was always just a hobby for me. Because when I first started YouTube, I was actually working for a lawyer, and now I've switched and I'm working at a university now. But I've always worked full time the entire time I've been on YouTube. So it's never been really a job. It's just been a hobby that I just really enjoy doing in my free time.
That's good. Same with us. I mean, I think like for some of the other guys that we know, it's their job, and it can be a bit pressury and stuff, but they do such a good job. And I'm always asking, how do you come up with an idea every single day that's unique? And it's just fascinating. I mean, for us, live streaming is kind of what we accidentally fell into doing more so, Greg, in the past few months. For Greg, it's time. It's time for you, isn't it? Like you just have more time to make video streams.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, it is time because I started a new job, and that's kind of much more pressurized and stuff like that, and that's cool. But I didn't want to be one of these people that works all the hours of God says, and then with no work-life balance and stuff like that, because I've got a lot of other things outside of Lego YouTubing that interests me, and I like to have that balance. So I think I always feel as well that you kind of should kind of focus on what you're good at, your strengths and stuff like that. And for me, that really comes down to live streaming and maybe doing stuff like short videos and stuff like that, and that works quite nicely. But when I've got more time, then I will, I'll go back to doing other videos and stuff like that. I'm missing doing reviews. I really am. But, like tomorrow, I'm doing a live stream, building a new Lego city set. But I'll build it and then I'll review it while I do it. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone by doing that. So if people do want to see a review of it, they can just go to the live stream. And then what you can do is you can set it up now and give sort of chapters to your live streams in post-production. And then people can go straight to the review of it. And that's kind of like the idea of what I'll do tomorrow. And then that way I've not got to do a video. I'll have a couple of different cameras set up as well. There'll be a build cam. There'll be a camera on me. Craig will be there as well. We'll be chit-chatting about stuff. And, so you can, even doing a live stream now, you can kind of make it a little bit more kind of interactive as well. And that's, that's just a nice thing about doing live streams. It's just time, that's all. Because I'm running quite a lot these days as well, so you've only got so much time, and it's how you spend that time, and I want to always enjoy what I'm doing, so that kind of keeps me in that happy place.
Happy place. Is it the same for you, Craig?
What was the question? Sorry.
Do you find that you do more live streams than actually making videos because of the time?
Well, I like hanging out with you guys, so I come on streams more than I do my own. But I tend to do more building than doing videos, and I don't want to stop doing that. So if I do a building, if I do building and then that leads to a video, then I'll do a video. That's probably why I don't do much content, because I prefer building to videoing. And I've tried. I do mocks on live stream, but mocks on live stream is so difficult because they're just not. I know people like watching it, but it's for you yourself. You'll take something apart and rework it and rebuild it, and it's time consuming. It's not always like good quality angles or entertainment value as it is building a set on a live stream. So if I'm going to do mocks now, I have it all set up so I know what section I'm doing for a stream. So,
and I mean, there are different live streams, as we know. There are people who will really enjoy just watching somebody making a mock, but again, I think it's a personality as well. I mean, if you've got a person who likes to entertain, they probably prefer to build a set, or maybe not build anything like we're doing today, and just chat about things. But there's so many different Lego creators out there. And it's baffling. I mean, for instance, there's even Doc Sampson, who I'm sorry, Doc, you are a puppet. He is a puppet, but don't let him.
You can't say it like that.
We've said his name. He'll pop in any minute now and give out. But I mean, and he's brilliant. I mean, I was introduced to Doc Sampson on Greg's channel, and it was the most bonkers experience I ever had. This little purple puppet with green hair was just there talking away, and I was like, wow, like. It was bonkers, but such a great guy, and I mean, he really does a lot for the Lego community. You know, all over the place, even behind the scenes. So Red Carnage is here, Planet Tech is here. How's it going, guys? Lorraine, you need to put that little your little face back on there. I miss seeing your face. Shai says he's a
why not?
A whatnot, okay.
Sure, not whatnot.
A whatnot. It's a whatnot. And
whatnot,
if you're,
what is a whatnot?
What is a whatnot? No one knows what a whatnot is. Yeah. Tim's here as well. Hey Tim, how's it going? If you're just popping in, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and take part in the poll. The poll has an awesome question today. Do you like the globe? Not where Shakespeare was. But I mean, how big is the globe? I saw Tiago got it, and is it as big? Could you make a proper decent Death Star out of it? If Lego were to do it.
The Death Star's flat, so no.
Like flat Earth. Oh, I get you.
Flat Death Star Society. Come on. It's a thing.
Bricken says, I'm building a DB5 and I'm enjoying just listening to all the chat. Now, there's another thing. More questions for BrickQueen. I just want to talk about the did we talk about much about that last night? The James Bond minifigure.
Briefly,
yeah, that was my survey last night. So
I took part in it. I did, but I was just did we chat about it because I wonder how.
Yeah, it's just a rumor at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a rumor.
Yeah, allegedly. But do you think more people will go looking for that set now? Allegedly. Do you think people will now be scrambling to find that particular DB5? Because now there's a James Bond minifigure allegedly coming.
Yeah, the people did when the Speed Champions Mustang, when they stopped manufacturing that and that retired, and they brought out the big Mustang. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, I got to have the other one there as well." So yeah, definitely that was Speed Champions is always good. I feel for if you want to kind of put some sets to one side,
it'll be so much better than the big one. Would be one. It's difficult to make cars look good at the scale that they do the creator cars, but it's much harder to make them look good at the minifigure scale. And how many people are going to have an Aston Martin in the city? I mean, it's just got to be a given, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, that set will sell like the bucket load.
I think the Fast and the Furious, if they did them as Speed Champions, they would sell as well because, again, not a lot of people like the Technic one they did, but if they did them as Speed Champions like the films, people just like that stuff.
I've never seen one Fast and Furious film. I really haven't. But I saw the car, the 1970s car, Dodge Charger. I was like, oh my god, that car!
But there's the Supra as well. There's that if they did the ones from the film in those colours, I can imagine them all lined up on a road for a street race. It would be brilliant.
I tell you what car I would love to see from the James Bond franchise. It's the white. Was it a
Lotus Esprit? Yeah, the Lotus Esprit. They should do them all. It would be awesome.
Well, that's probably what they're thinking of doing. I mean, they could have different James Bonds. I'd love to have a Roger Moore minifigure. I really would. So
Martin from Living Daylights with the skis on. That's a great one.
Roger Moore, eyebrow. But yeah, no, I think it would be brilliant. I really do. So I'm all up for that. And also as well, if you could then get a sort of a subs collection of different James Bonds, the various characters, like The Rock from the Fast and the Furious, and some of those characters as well. I think, honestly, I think people would love it. I mean, a lot of people didn't. I mean, I never wanted to get the DB5 because I always thought it was one of those sets that you look at it and then from other angles,
it's not the best.
And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then everyone I know who's built that set says it's a brilliant build, and the playable features on it are really good. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sold. I'll get one, and I'll build it one day.
One day, I think it's amazing. I mean, when they were talking about the Fast and Furious Technic set originally, there was a rumor that they were going to have like system sets as well, because an animated Fast and Furious show is on, and I heard that the talk was they wanted to make sets based on the animated show. But that was like about 2 years ago or a year and a half, whatever. So hopefully that's still on the cards somewhere. Haven't heard any talk about that actually for a long time, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Look at the gift with purchase 1989 Batmobile, and then the Tumbler, and now the new little Batmobile. How good they are! I mean, everyone's going to go, yeah, we'll go get a big Tumbler, and it's a good build. But that little one is such a great build.
Yeah,
that's easy to afford. There's definitely a market there for doing those Batmobiles and other cars smaller.
Yeah. Well, I did make a video on that a long time ago, and I was predicting that they were going to be, instead of the UCS version, it would be like a junior collector series. So like not as in like for kids, but a junior size, a smaller size version of the big
collector
cars.
series.
So, yes, exactly. So the ones that I could build in a live stream, it'd still take me 2 weeks, but hey, 5 live streams later, has he done it?
One every night if you're doing it 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 streams. That's been very, very. Yeah, you'd have to be going 2 to the dozen, Si, for that one.
Exactly.
I mean that takes me back as well, because I was watching YouTube right from the beginning. So I was suckered into YouTube with my son at the time. He was watching it religiously. And he was like, "Oh, come on, look at this, the Brick Show." So I think he was about 3 or 4. We started watching the Brick Show, and I don't think at the time they did a lot of Batman stuff. And because I was interested in the Batman, I think it was you that started doing the first reviews of the original Batman, if I'm correct. And that's how I started watching you all those years ago. I remember you having the Batcave and the Batwing vertical and stuff like that.
Yep, that was probably me.
Yeah. The interesting thing about that is when you say that you're pioneering for women, but it never ever crossed my mind at the time that I was watching. They're like the first woman. I was just watching another one of the, like, we call you the OG, but you are. That you couldn't find, you could not see. There weren't many people doing it, so you were like waiting for the next BrickQueen video, the next Brick Show video. It was like rewatching them. In fact, I've probably watched a lot of yours over and over again because there wasn't the other option to do it. And if you were really interested in those Batman sets that were hard to get, you watched them back. But yeah.
As I said, the Monster Fighters were the ones. Like, I mean, the Brick Show did a good job on their Halloween videos at the time as well, and it made me want those sets even more. Because like it's like for me, sometimes if I see someone doing a review, it depends. If they don't like it, sometimes I go, yeah, I don't really like it either. And then in the old days, I wouldn't have bought it. And then you miss out on it. And then you see someone else doing a review on it a few years later. They might, this set's from whenever. And you go, oh my God, that's awesome. And the minifigures, you miss it. For me, the heartbreak is missing out the minifigures, really, because there's so many cool minifigures from before that I missed out on. Especially from the Batman was like the old Scarecrow and it's 1 or 2 of the Robins. Like, I mean, because I do like to collect Robin as well. And for some reason, he's not a rare figure, but he's not in every set. So you've got short-legged Robin, you've got Robin with the short cape, you've got different Robins as well. You've got Dick Grayson, you've got so So when I watch videos now, I buy the set and then I watch the review afterwards. That's what I always do now.
I don't remember though back then if the the reviews were like now, where there was almost recommendations. It was just a case of, and it might be wrong because it might be just my memory of it. But you just went through the set. You weren't necessarily saying go and buy it or not buy it back then. It was more of just showing you what it did.
Yeah, that's very much how I always did mine back then. Like, because I never wanted to tell people, it's good or bad, because it's always going to be, your personal preference. So my reviews were more of just showing people what was in the set so they could make their own decision.
Tex says he wants a big fig of the Rock. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Technically, you've got one from Moana, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, good point.
That's true. Axel Plate is here. He says good evening to me, and he says hello to Craigster, London Bridge Bricks, and BrickQueen. Cabbage Face Bricks is here. Hey, dude, good to see you. The best Bond was him. He was a great Bond. Yeah. Brilliant. And Bubba Bricks is here as well, saying hello all. Hello, BrickQueen. How are you? So a few questions that kind of like we're all happy about. I just want to know, a lot of people at the one time were asking, where'd BrickQueen go? Did you go anywhere?
No, that was the funny thing. I never actually left YouTube. Now, like, there was a point where, like, I think YouTube basically shut off my notifications. Like, it was actually like an overnight change, and it was all the way back in 2015. Like, if you look back on my own charts, you can see, like, I'm like doing great, and then, like, it's like a literally overnight, it just drops, and I'm like, what happened? I've contacted YouTube, and YouTube's actually admitted that there's a problem. They actually did admit that something did get messed up, but they're like, we'll maybe look at fixing it eventually. So I don't think YouTube's ever going to actually do anything about it, but they admitted it was a problem.
Subs dropped as well, though, didn't they? People's subscriptions seemed to disappear. Like, you one minute you were subscribed to people back then, and then all of a sudden you weren't, and you didn't know about it because you'd added more subscriptions. Because I remember it would be on my other channel, I was subscribed to you, that I definitely had a subscription on there, and I'm sure I've had to put it back on.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of stuff that happened early on, and it is really weird, isn't it, that you just disappear, but you haven't disappeared, because I genuinely thought you'd stop doing videos.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. There was a lot of people that thought that I really left. There was like a really short period of time where I was like, I'm not going to do Lego videos, and I tried doing some other kinds of videos, but I never left YouTube. And even that didn't last long. I was just like, I really want to do Lego videos again.
You can't take the Lego out of the lady.
That's right.
But that happened to me as well, because there was one stage as you go on in time, you subscribe to loads of different things. It's not just Lego. Like this, I subscribed to this channel. It's basically they have a hydraulic press and they put things into it, like golf balls, hammers. I know, random. Yeah, and it's fascinating. Like, they put bullets into things and everything else. But I digress. So basically, one day I thought to myself, I haven't seen a video from BrickQueen for ages. So I went and I looked for BrickQueen, and you were still there making videos. And I noticed there was a little cross across my bell. And I was like, that's weird. And then I thought it was a Copa thing and everything else. So then I noticed Maniac for Bricks, and I hadn't seen a video from him for ages either. And again, there was a little cross across the bell. So again, no notifications. And myself and Joey had this conversation for ages, and we were FaceTiming each other trying to figure out why, because I kept clicking the bell and everything. So he said, why don't you just unsubscribe and subscribe? So I did that, and it worked. And I was like, oh my God. And then I discovered your video, which said the same thing. And in the video, you pointed out that you can't get the video out to people because they can't get the notification.
Right.
So you make this video telling everybody you need to unsubscribe and then subscribe, but YouTube don't push it out, so no one knows. And it must have been frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. So, I mean, I think when I first realized that this was going on, like, I was really aggravated at the time. But over time, I've just been like, it is what it is. I can't really do much about it. I do my best to get the word out and tell people, you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe to turn on notifications, but with no notifications, you can't really tell people. So it's frustrating.
Did it knock you back a bit? Did you kind of think to yourself, oh no, like I've done all this work, and I mean, you were getting so many views on videos all the time, and then as Craig said, it looked like to a lot of people. It happened to a lot of people as well. I mean, Jang had terrible trouble with his as well. But did you look at it and go, "Oh my god, all that work is gone. Screw that. I'm not going to do YouTube anymore." Like, were you that frustrated?
Well, I'm not going to say I didn't think about leaving. The thought crossed my mind, but I think mostly I was frustrated with myself because I had put so much focus on to YouTube that I really wasn't, doing a whole lot on other social media platforms, which I think would have helped me like to get the word out whenever that was going on. But I don't know. I was frustrated, but not quite frustrated enough to leave.
Because by that time there would have been loads of new people, and I suppose you would have at that stage had to try and recompete with people because the people used to watch weren't getting notifications, and they probably had subscribed to loads of people during the time they were still watching your videos, and then in their mind you could have just said, okay, well, I'm not going to watch anymore, and then it would be hard to. Did you find it hard to get people back?
Oh yeah, it's been very, very hard to get people back. So I just keep kind of plugging along and keep going. And I mean, I don't know if the views and stuff will ever get the way they were, before all this went on. But I mean, I just keep trying.
That's one of the reasons I got you on here, because to kind of like, hey, tell everybody, hey, BrickQueen's here, she hasn't gone anywhere, and kind of help advertise the channel again. Like Bubba Bricks says, I broke into Lego in 2014ish. BrickQueen, Brick Show, Bricks and the Dollar. I haven't heard Bricks and Dollar for ages. Bricks and the Dollar, Brick Tour, where the first Lego channel Brick. Oh, sorry, Brickstar. Why did I say Brick Tour? Brickstar. Bricks and the Dollar. Was one of them called Brian? I think one was called Brian.
There was a Brick Show Brian that he came in and helped with Brick Show's videos. Like it had just been the two brothers for a long time, but then there was Brick Show Brian that came in and started helping.
Brian streams with us on a semi-regular basis. He was on with Greg last night, and I think I'd stopped. I don't know why, but I think I'd stopped watching the Brick Show around the time Brian came on. Brian, it's not your fault, Brian, I swear. But I didn't know that until he was talking on a live stream with Beyond the Brick. But again, it was very early in my Lego YouTube time, so and obviously I was working at the time, and I couldn't spend all day watching YouTube videos. But Brian's great, and I reached out to the Brick Show to try and get them on, and trying to try a different way to contact them, because I know that they have a massive store going on. So they're selling things left, right, and center. They're mad busy, crazy busy.
Yeah. They are. And I've noticed, I found recently that they have a TikTok channel. I didn't know that until just a few days ago.
I just discovered a few days ago as well. I think it's new. There's only about 12 or so videos, but I think it's new. Just want to say hi. Sorry, go on.
Oh.
No. I just want to say hi to Tanjam, who dropped in. I want to say also, so somebody, I'll be a bit slow reading some of the comments, because I have a habit of just putting something up, and then the next thing I'm going, oh, shouldn't have put that up. So we've got Time Bomb Bricks are here saying, oh my god, Brick Queen, it's the Queen's well, long live the Queen. Good to see you. Loads of new faces in here today, all in to see Brick Queen. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and take part in that poll as well. If you don't know about the globe, check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Have you ever seen, Christine, people in their houses, they've got these old kind of wooden globes, and if you lift it up, there's drink inside, like bottles of gin and stuff. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, I've heard those.
Yeah, so who were we talking to about that, and they said they'd never seen them, Greg? It was Emily.
It was Emily, but Emily
it was Emily, yeah.
What are you trying to say? I'm young.
Yeah, whatever.
You'll choke to my coke there. We've got Journal of the Scots is here saying hello to you too. And we have Manny here as well. Good to see you, Manny. Lots of cool new faces in here. If you like what you see here, Greg does a live stream on a Friday. Check him out. He has cool guests on, and he does everything from nearly once a month. Greg, you do your review of Blocks magazine. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I'm not doing January's. I thought I'd give January a miss because I've done probably like the last 4 or 5 months of that. I thought I'd kick that back up again in February. I think February the 20th. I'm going to be doing that one. But I'm going to be doing. I'm doing the stream tomorrow, which I was talking about for the mobile crane. And then next Saturday, I'm doing my stream with Brick Hive for the transatlantic live stream, where we're going to be building the Hogwarts Express, which is going to be a nice one. So I'm kind of on track at the moment, doing these kind of getting into these train sets. I asked some of my members, I said, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to do another modular or for the city, or maybe a proper full-blown train set? And it was unanimous. Everyone said train set. I think, and it suddenly kind of occurred to me, I think Lego people, us, I think we were actually quite starved of decent Lego train sets, or at least every couple of years anyway. Or I never really understand why, but anyway, I'll build Hogwarts Express next week, and then maybe a few weeks down the road, I'll motorize it as well, like you did with your Christmas one over December time when you built your one.
Christmas one was made to be modified, or made to be motorized, which was quite easy. But the Hogwarts Express isn't as easy, so that'll be good. It'd be like for you, because you're getting into modifying things. It'll be good to see which way you go with it. I know a few people have done it, and it's such a glorious thing to see when it's motorized. It really is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, everyone loves. I mean, let's face it; they're much more interested than a diesel. It is a nice looking steam train, isn't it? I mean, it's just Hogwarts Express. It's one of the nicest steam trains out there, and in Lego have kind of knocked it out of the park with it. It looks like a really nice set as well. So I'm looking forward to it. And I know Tommy Seabricks, he's done some modifications to one as well. So I might kind of look at what he's done and maybe do something in and around what he's kind of done as well. I think he's said in instructions.
It's a bit on the short cab. It could do with a little bit.
Yeah. But I know people, since I've mentioned it, people have been sending me pictures of their Hogwarts Express, and they're like been building their own carriages and things like that. Yeah. So that'd be quite cool, actually. I think you could do like those sort of carriages, but in the kind of form of everyone is awesomes. Take all the colours from that and build a carriage in each one, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you got a nice long train. So that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think my first train I ever built was the gift we purchased one. The small black and red one that we got.
The anniversary one.
Yeah, and it was totally lovely. Really, really nice little set, and it does fit on tracks. I think you just can only push it around. Otherwise, I've never built a train set. So Hogwarts Express is going to be the first dip of my toes into that, and then coming up quite soon after that will be. I think I'm going to be doing the freighter, the freighter train. Side. So yeah, it'd be nice. Again, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to build that on a live stream, get it, install the motor and all that sort of thing. Have the track pre-built on the table, and then demo it there and then with using a different camera. So it should be pretty cool, actually. So looking forward to that. It's a new kind of branch off into a new direction. It'd be kind of fun.
It's awesome. You're going to love the way the carriages are built on that Hogwarts Express as well, because they're not built the same way as other Lego trains are built.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope, Craig, you probably agree. I wish they'd make train carriages like that on all the trains. It's so easy to just get your minifigures in.
Yeah, I mean they've done it quite a few times on different ones. It's nothing new. I don't know why they don't do it all the time. Well, we've had this argument before when we train doors. What is with Lego not doing train doors? Strange, especially when they've actually got a door that is called a train door.
Train door, exactly.
Yeah. An odd element name for something you're not going to use as a door.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make. I'm going to make some carriages with sliding doors, automatic doors, but not automatic. You use your fingers, but like sliding doors that go left and right, rather than. I'm not making sense. You know what I mean? Fab Blondies is saying that I have to check out BrickQueen's channel. It's never come up on my searches. Yeah, so once you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get the notifications all of the time. We have Chris is here. What name has he gone for today? Chris and Jay around the globe in 80 bricks chalice.
Oh yeah.
And apparently the globe has a Scout logo on it. I did not know that. I Wear Pants has just subscribed. First time hearing of this channel. Loving the discussion. Thank you so much, my friend. Tanjam says, I've never been a fan of train sets, but do still regret not picking up the Emerald Knight when it was on the shelf. What a beautiful set that was.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people as well that bought the Emerald Knight, and the following year's Lug Bulk had all the parts on for additional carriages, and they didn't know and didn't buy them, and they still moan at me every time I start Lug Bulk. They all go, "Oh, I'll never forget when they put the Emerald Knight carriages. Never told anybody."
It's glorious. It's just that was way before I got into Lego. I don't even remember seeing that on the shelf at all. And
there was the Horizon Express as well, wasn't there? That was another good creator one that everyone bought a couple of them and turned them into good trains as well. That was another good train set.
It is an interesting. Axel says we don't need more trains, we need more space monorails.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, monorail. But then you know what?
They can't do the monorail, can they?
No, because didn't they use an external company to actually do the molding for those?
Yeah, but I mean, in this day and age, surely Lego can just create their own version of a monorail.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be the same thing.
No, they would have to do their own different one development time.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
they've said numerous times it's not worth the money for them to do that. They've done projections and stuff, so we can only assume that they've done their market, and it's not. It's only
like they did with video.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying what the party line is.
Well, do you know what though? You can get a load of people out there, Si, that are into their 3D printing. I'm sure they can do monorails.
Yeah, you can buy. You can buy. There is a third party that does quite good monorail stuff that you can buy. The hardest part's the motor, the way the motor was built, and it was quite expensive. And what you've got to remember is that the story is they did lose a lot of money on the monorail stuff, which is why they didn't continue it. They did something else as well that they announced recently. They lost a lot of money on when they did the development. They were selling it for less than it was costing them to do it. I can't remember what technical thing it was that they were doing, but.
Look who's here. Doc is here. Hey, Doc.
Hey.
How's it going? Good to see you. See, told you if you mention his name, he'll come up, and now he'll be like, "What are you saying about me?" We're just
say it 3 times, and he shall appear.
Exactly. We're just saying good things about you, Doc. Don't worry.
He wasn't.
Christine, have you?
Watch your back, Doc. Watch your back.
Just say wash your back. It's all furry.
Yeah.
Oh, wash. Oh, right. Christine, have you ever gotten into trains? Do you have a train going around your city? Do you have a city? What's going on?
I don't have a city. I wish I did. I just don't have the space to do that. I do have a couple of train sets, and I do have the original monorail, which I love. I really wish I had somewhere to display it, but it's an awesome set.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a few of our friends in the past, last year, 2 people that we know, 3 people we know got one. Tech got one. I think he got the tracks anyway. And then Bricknet got a full one. And Matt Elder got one as well. And all around the same time, if I remember correctly, Greg.
It was all within like 4 weeks of each other.
Yeah. It was crazy. And well, Chris put his into his city, and it looked great. What did Matt do with his?
I don't know, actually. I think Matt just sort of displayed it for a while and then kind of put it away.
No, that's a crime. That's a crime against Lego Matt.
That's to ask him in a couple of weeks what he did with that.
Yeah.
Well, mine was mocked. So, I got all the bits off somebody who already had it, the motors and stuff. So, mine's mocked and down in the underwater section, going around the Aquazone.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a space one, wasn't there, Si, as well?
Yeah. That's basically what Axel has his eye on. Yeah, there was a space monorail too. But they're amazing things to look at.
I'll have to see if I can
really
get it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just want to say hi to Brickmaster if I haven't already. Journal of the Scots. I'm not sure if I said hello. If I didn't, hi. The minifig who is here, and minifig who says I still got the original train that was the recent gift for purchase. It's a bit dusty now though. I didn't get that for some stupid reason.
Oh, it's a really cool little set, dude. It really is. It's it comes with a nice little, really basic looking minifigure. Blue. I think he had a red hat. Yeah, really cool. It's just a really nice set. Perfect gift with purchase.
Yeah, I mean, you could build yourself a little kind of coal carriage for behind it and stick a battery box in there and motorize it somehow. But and I think Jang has it motorized, doesn't he?
I think so.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
What, the Hogwarts?
No, the gift for purchase little train.
Oh, I don't know.
The anniversary one. Let's have a look.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
That is awesome.
So that's not an official one. You made that, yeah?
Yeah. It's like my take on the Seatron, which was the next thing they were going to do and then cancelled it. So, yeah.
Love it.
Glorious.
Cool. Hey, Aaron.
Thanks for that. Yes, Aaron's here. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Spot the Imagination says, recently discovered the Duplo train can climb up and down similar to the monorail. I was going to buy that for null. Like, I know he's 8, but
I said to Tech I was going to buy that. Anyway, he probably abused me or something like that. But then he did send me a picture once when it was in a sale. Because it's still technically Lego, but yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be quite the done thing, maybe.
Texas doctor saying awful things about you. We weren't. Stop lying. Everyone's saying hello to each other.
It wasn't up. It was Sire.
Shut your face.
Just
Wasn't
Sire.
I technically, I mean, that's a technicality. I think I didn't call him a Muppet. I didn't. He hates that. Don't call him a Muppet.
You did actually, Sire.
I said puppet.
I heard
But again,
Yeah. Let me try this one. Lego Legitimate. I got it right. Hey, how's it going? Good to see so many new faces here. It's not a usual day of stream on, obviously. Usually it's a Thursday at 8 p.m. Irish and UK time, which is that's 3 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time. If you're in America, I keep forgetting what it is. If you like this kind of thing, check out Greg. He is London Bridge Bricks. I'll take this off for a second so you can see his name. London Bridge Bricks. He has a show on a Friday at 7:30 called London Calling. And Craigster has a Twitch channel and also a YouTube channel. Everything is linked in the description below. And of course, BrickQueen's links are down there too. TikTok, Instagram, and the most important one, I think, YouTube is down there as well. And if you're just joining, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, because loads of you are new and we do great things here. And don't let me forget to end that poll, because I'm interested to see what nonsense people are talking about, really. I might turn my globe into a secret base where you can open it up and there's spacemen in there. Lizard men. Are people into lizard men from the middle of the earth at the moment?
Yeah.
Cute tumbleweed. So back to BrickQueen for a minute. Tell me, how are you now in YouTube? Are you having fun again? Are you enjoying it? Do you wake up going, "This is great. I'm gonna," because I know you had a big clear out in your studio. Because I think you had on TikTok. I think it was you had some videos showing that you're moving loads of stuff and creating more space.
Yeah. So the plan was, like, when I started cleaning out, it's actually the room I'm in right now. I had been cleaning it out and I was gonna like make a Harry Potter world in here. And then when I started cleaning it out, I was like, this would be a better studio space than what I've been using. So this turned into my studio, and the other room I was using is going to turn into my Harry Potter world eventually. But yeah, I'm really getting excited about doing YouTube again and just doing all the Lego stuff. Getting a lot more into it now.
That's cool.
Is it okay to put you on the big screen so people can get a better look at your background?
Sure.
Show your stuff.
because I know a lot of people were pointing out your tower at the background, and I mean, I remember that being the shop. It was in the shop, and it was at the time where spending money on a set like that was kind of like, oh no, I could never do that. And now, it's just something you do.
Pocket change now.
Pocket wouldn't say that in front of Lorraine. She'd punch you in the face. But
so many sets behind me. I even have let me kind of move out of the way. I think I'm blocking a cool set back here. I have the Stranger Things set back here too. Just been blocking that, but
that back cave.
Yeah. I was really excited to put all of this stuff behind me because I've got all these cool sets and I never display them.
They look amazing.
Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Yes, some really good things. It's a good display. I like your lighting as well.
Thank you.
I'll take you off the big screen now before I forget, because I do that sometimes and I'm chatting away and Greg is like, I'm on the big screen still. Set to Build is here. Good to see you too here. Liam is back. He went to get his lunch or something.
Welcome back.
And we have Sarah Starbrick. Sarah, how's it going? Hey guys, great to see you. BrickQueen just stopped in for a quick hello. And Tanjam is saying hello to Sarah. What would be next for BrickQueen? Do you have any plans?
Just kind of working on different social medias. Like, I mean, I love doing YouTube, but I'm kind of trying to put a little bit more focus on, building up like my TikTok, especially, and just kind of getting started in the Twitch world a little bit. But I think right now my focus is a little bit more on trying to get my TikTok going.
And with your TikToks, do you have a plan? Well, because basically, I'm myself and Greg, we've gotten people from TikTok over, like, who are specifically Lego TikTokers, and I've seen a lot of people who will do the traditional kind of Lego thing. They might talk about a set and stuff like that, but then there's like some of them. Then, like one of the guys, Liam Opie one, he has these hilarious skits that he does, and he dresses up as his wife. Well, doesn't dress up as his wife. He puts like shorts on his head to make it look like purple hair, and he's like, oh, and it's funny. It's a kind of it's entertainment involving Lego. They are a little bit goofy, a little bit cringy, but I want to do stuff like that, but I just haven't got the balls to do it. Really, what? But I'd love to do it.
In a live stream, sire.
Yes, that's the thing. But when I to plan something out, I'd be like, oh my god. But I do the most bonker things in live streams and say the most bonker things all the time.
Just be spontaneous. I would do if I was you. It's funnier that way.
Yeah. That's true.
Not plan them, just do them. I can see you doing an impression of Lorraine there.
Oh no, she'd kill me. If I don't tell her, she won't know, will she? Do you plan yours, or do you just go, I'm going to do this?
It's a bit of both. It just depends. Sometimes I try to plan them out, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, this would be so cool. I'm going to do this. It's random.
And Greg, do you plan yours, or do you have a plan even for future ones? I'd love to see you doing that, dressing up as Gemma or something. Wear a dress.
He does, but he does it on a hot tub stream on Twitch instead.
But my wife's about 5'4", so I'm nearly a foot taller than what she is. So I'm not really going to get anything she's wearing.
Yeah, and she's pretty. You're not, so I'm not thinking height matters, mate.
I'm pretty ugly, especially in a floral number. But do I plan it? Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, I filmed one today, and the lighting was terrible, so I won't be using it. But it was kind of fun to do for like half an hour. But they're just a bit. They're just, when you see them, you think, oh yeah, I could do something with it. I can throw an idea in and around that. I don't know, really. It's just kind of it's just a change from the norm, that's all. But that's what I like about Reels. You could sort of put some B footage sort of stuff on it, and it's totally cool and things like that. But I don't take TikTok particularly seriously, in all honesty. I still think people that do TikTok want to be successful at YouTube or Twitch. It's just a vibe I get, that's all. But but it is a fun thing. It's still a fun way. If I was getting into doing if I wanted to pick a format, or maybe I wanted to work towards YouTube, I would definitely look at maybe doing stuff on Instagram, because I think Instagram is the best all-round platform to be on, in all honesty, because you can do live streams, you can put loads of photos up there, you can do reels, which are, you know, TikTok's equivalent of, and that's a good place to kind of cut your teeth on, and then kind of choose your platform, focus on that for a while. And then while you're doing all that, you know, do all the other usual sort of things, your Twitch, or rather your Twitters, your Instagrams, and all that sort of stuff. You know, promo stuff. That's the other thing as well. People need to know that what you're doing. So you know, stick it out on the community tabs, your Discords. Everyone's got Discords coming out of their ear rolls these days. You know, it's just stuff like that. It's just, and the nice thing is with doing what I will say about doing TikTok stuff or stuff. I mean, specifically, I do shorts, and then a couple of days later, I then put the shorts out onto Instagram, and then I put them out on TikTok. You know, so it's I haven't got woke up one morning going, oh, I'm going to put a pair of shorts on my head that are pink or something like that and pretend to be my wife. I haven't done that one yet. But then saying that, I haven't found the bit of audio that I would do that with. So Gemma's been in some of my videos before, voice wise. She's cameoed before,
No
like Lego hauls. It's always Lego hauls one. It's like, have you been down the shops again? Yeah, just picked up a loaf of bread or something like that, and I've got like bags of Lego in my hand and stuff like that. You know, and silly little things like that. So, but it's cool. The thing that always creases me up when Opie does his impressions of his wife, he's got a great big beard as well. And I sort of think, blimey. And I'd love to know what Opie's wife thinks about that as well.
I know, yeah. Maybe she'll come on someday. Just Nick is here. Just want to say hi to Minifig Nick and Sam Perry. Parry, excuse me. Red Carnage thinks I'm nervous today. I'm not. I'm just hyper as usual. Tanjam saying hello to everybody. Red Carnage, as I said, is here, and I saw somebody else. I did say hi to Moments Much. Trevor Baker, yes. Hi Trev. Hi Trev. Hi Trev. Hi Trev. Greg, you brought up a good point, right? So, do you think, Greg, that? Why do you think, in fact, do you think that maybe some people from TikTok seem like they want to be successful on YouTube? Do you think they go, okay, well, I've cracked TikTok, I'm going to have a crack at YouTube? Because YouTube fundamentally is harder to get subscribers and views than TikTok.
Yeah. The older the platforms are, the harder work they are. YouTube's definitely one of those. Twitter is another one. I've just hit 750 followers on Twitter, and it's taken 2 years for that.
It's ridiculous.
You know, and that is really hard. So I'm well chuffed at that. I mean, if I can get to 1,000 of those by the end of the year, then I'll be well happy. So another 250 of them. Where am I at with Insta? I think Instagram I'm on something like 2,600, and you know what? If I can get to 3,000 by the end of the year, that's perfectly fine as well. You know, you just kind of, I always find Instagram being like a sort of a snowball effect. You know, the more you put out there, the more you kind of pick up people as you go along, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I always get the vibe that people want to be more successful on YouTube than anything. I mean, YouTube is the biggest platform. I don't think Twitch is going to be around necessarily forever. I heard there was talk of Amazon selling it off. I'm you know, I would love to have a go at Twitch at some point. It's just a time thing for me. But I heard that Amazon was kind of falling out of favor with Twitch. So I don't know if that's a thing or not. But who knows? But what I will say is, what I will say fundamentally is that I always feel that if you like doing live streams, that's perfectly cool. And if you like doing videos, that's absolutely fantastic as well. But people that do videos don't necessarily translate well when they come to do their live streams. And the same goes vice versa. People that are really good at live streams don't necessarily particularly good at doing videos because it's less impulsive. You have to kind of think more, you know, plan it and think more. Whereas this is kind of more on your feet and you never know what's going to happen. So I think you just have to find that happy medium, which is why I always suggest to people, go Instagram and find what you like first. And if you want to do videos, great. But if you want to do live streams, really cool as well. Twitch is a really cool place to hang out. Both are very welcoming, really good for anyone in the community. But I would say the three best places to kind of focus on would be Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. And quite a lot of people, like the new blood in the community side, people like Zan and Monarch, they do a combination of the two. But I do feel a lot of newbies that have come on, someone like, say, Kevin from I'm Bored Toys as well. He was just a little bit precursor to Zan and Monarch. He pretty much has kind of, I wouldn't put YouTube to rest for a little while, and his focus is very much now on Twitch. So, and what I do like about Twitch, something I've discovered in the last kind of couple of weeks or so, is that Twitch gets quite different traffic as well. Like you'll get people that are just looking around for something to watch, and I've noticed that people that watch Twitchers are just people that just want to watch an interesting live stream. They're not necessarily into Lego at all or anything like that. They just want an alternative thing to watch rather than other things you get on Twitch as well.
Hot Tub Girls.
Yeah. Which according to Opie is fantastic. But
Greg accidentally found it the other day.
Yeah, accidentally.
Yeah, things you find when you swipe the wrong way. I don't know. But yeah, I think there's, genuinely speaking, there are more platforms out there now, and you know what? Just go out there and try them and see what happens. What I will say to everyone is, it's a little bit of dedication required, and I think people would be actually quite shocked how long it takes to, one, prepare a live stream, and two, to do a video. I think people are absolutely gobsmacked when they come to doing videos, and that's why I think to a certain degree, because and the reason I think that, by the way, folks, is because there's a lot of different skill sets used for those videos. It's not just throwing out a video, that's it. There's all the production, the editing, the thumbnails, and all that malarkey. But and that's why I feel a lot of people like the Twitch, because you can just come along, turn on, and do your thing, and hang around and hang out with your friends in the community. So I do get that as well. So yeah, horses for courses. It really is. It really is a matter of that. And there's no wrong, and there's certainly no right. That's for sure.
Exactly. Thanks, Greg. I just want to say hi to Brick Jedi, who's dropped in, and
cool avatar, I like that.
Yeah, isn't it? It's cool. I don't know why I keep pushing. It's not even falling there. Just keep pushing this into my ear.
You look like that kid the other morning. About 7:45 the other morning, I was crossing the road in the city, and then suddenly the police were coming along. They were doing all this. There was people doing this. I was like, hold on, something's going down. And then suddenly these police motorbikes came along with their whistles, which was bizarre, right? And just telling everyone to stop. Yeah, they all said to stop. I mean, some senior royalty passed us by. And then suddenly all these people with their black jackets were doing all that, and then boom, they're gone. It's like, the president and all that.
Yeah, they do still carry whistles.
Yeah, why is that? I
think they work.
Why is that? They think are they all ex-referees or something?
No, it's an old thing back to the beat bobbies, isn't it? And it still work. I'm sure. Same in America. When they're directing traffic, they have a whistle.
Yeah, they do.
Really? Do they? Yeah. I suppose it's going to be lathered and shouting at the people, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Rosie's here. Just want to say hi to Topic Bricks. Good to see you, dude. So Christine, BrickQueen, you have been streaming a good bit as well. So how's streaming going for you?
It's going pretty good. I feel like I'm still getting used to it. Even I've done it quite a bit, but I still feel like I'm just kind of still getting used to streaming, and it's still kind of weird for me because I just did uploads for so many years that I'm just so used to like creating videos. It's still a little strange for me to just sit in front of the camera and do a live stream, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, when I did it first, it was a bit nerve-wracking, and so I asked people to come on, and everyone arrived. We had a great time and everything, and then it was time to go because the first stream I ever did. Have you ever heard of the 72-hour community Lego live stream? It's an annual thing.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Okay, so I became friends with Greg before this particular one, and Greg was like, "Oh, you should do it," and I was like, "Okay." Well, so I signed up, and I signed up for, I think it was 3 hours, and but I thought I was signing up to do 3 hours on one person's channel, so I thought I'd be there for a few hours and I'd go as a guest. I didn't realize I was signing myself up on my channel to host a live stream. I would have found that, yeah, and I'd never done it before, and I was like, oh my god, and I didn't want to back out, and
he hadn't heard of CST time as well. He thought he was GMT.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my god. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. I signed myself down for quite late in the evening, and I was like, oh my god. So did the stream. It was great. Went well, and it was time to go. And I just said to everyone, okay, bye. And I just pressed leave studio, and I went away. And I was downstairs, and something said to me, just go and have a look. So I came back up. I hadn't ended the stream, and all the guests are there, and the chat are there, and everyone's like, "Where's he gone?" I was like, "Oh my
god!" That'd be the kind of thing that I would be terribly afraid of doing.
I remember one of my funniest streams I was on as well. I think he was with me on that one as well. So it was when it was a Wednesday night, and it was back in the days when Solo Brick Builder used to stream on a Wednesday, and his computer, I think his computer just needed a big update or to be thrown out the window anyway, one of the two. And he was trying to end the stream and it wouldn't end. It was just going around like that.
God, yeah.
Do you remember that? And he's got the patience of a gnat. He has BrickQueen, and honestly, he was getting so wound up. He won't. Oh, honestly, he was in. It was a nightmare. It was a proper little meltdown. It was, but it was a great way to finish off the stream. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't nowadays. I wouldn't worry if I did something like that, because one, people expect me to do it, so everyone would be just like, "Oh, there he goes again." But two, it's kind of a fun aspect. I mean, like, I try not to worry about taking the piss out of myself. If I do something stupid, I just go with it, and so doing something like that is one. Everyone can do it now and then, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, like, do you find yourself nervous doing live streams still, Christine?
I do, absolutely. I get super nervous before every stream, and during the entire thing, I just stay nervous. But I'm just like that, so I just expect that I'm going to be nervous, and I'm just going to go with it.
Nerves are a good thing. It means that you care about what you're doing anyway.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going wrong.
That's exactly where you're going wrong. Jude is here. Hey, Jude, good to see you. Saying hello to myself and everybody else. We have Greg is talking to the chat, saying hello, and Trevor Baker is one of our friends. He puts these amazing pictures up on Instagram. So I decided I'd get him on as a guest one day, and he was on about 2 weeks ago. Never did a live stream before, and he came on. He's just saying it was terrifying, but he did really well, and he's one of those people that will chat, and he ended up asking us questions as a guest, which is brilliant, because I mean, last thing you want to do is have a guest on who doesn't talk. But you're doing a great job. Don't worry, Christine.
Thank you.
Craig, what are you building at the moment? Are you still taking the wall down?
No, I fixed the design flaw with the dollhouse opening of Wayne Manor, because I'd obviously put it too low, the ground level, so you couldn't put any scenery on. And so I fixed that, and then realized that the floor of the main base plate is too low.
Right.
So I'm now lifting the floor up, which is intense Lego surgery, is what I would say. It's not as easy as it sounds. I've been doing it all day, and I'm just about getting the hang of it.
Craig, how long do you spend in your Lego room a day?
Depends what I'm doing. I didn't come in here till dinner time, so I've been in. Well, probably at the end of this, I'll go and have some tea, and then probably not come back, because otherwise I'll start throwing things around. Then I'll be in tomorrow, and then maybe a couple of nights a week, maybe, if I'm not streaming. Not a massive amount of time.
That's good. Greg, do you spend more? Greg, tell Christine and all the new people out there about where you are.
Where I'm at? Well, geographically, London.
No, your cabin.
The cabin. Well, I had this cabin built just to accommodate Lego. Really, I mean, basically, my spin was I wanted to have an outside office, and then it kind of. But as that developed and progressed and got constructed, it then became, I tell you what, it'd be a really good idea. I could put all my Lego down there. Anyway, wife actually straight away, she was like, yes, do it. But yeah, no, it's kind of still in progress, actually. I was tidying it up today. If I can pull this round, it might not work, but there we go. There's the rest of it. There, you can see that there's actually something forming there that looks like a city. But yeah, it's getting there. I gave it a bit of a sweep up earlier on, but yeah, it's a case of bringing stuff down into it. But strangely enough, tomorrow I might actually do a video side where I talk about my first studio because it's I've never done a room tour. Everyone's done room tours and Q&As and all that jazz. But I never have done one, so I was thinking tomorrow of actually doing that. But there, it's very lucky. It was basically, did I want to buy a new car or did I want to do this? And I was like, do you know what? I have much more fun with a cabin just for Lego, and it's right away from the garden, so I can be as loud as I want to be. I'm not going to disturb anyone. No one's going to disturb me. Albeit I kind of have a quite nice time watching the wildlife outside all day long. But yeah, it's kind of getting there. I just got to bring more Lego down. To be honest, it's just a case of bringing sets down and getting there. I've got some in some boxes over there. I want to get back to the Falcon though. I got, my wife, very luckily, my wife bought me the UCS Millennium Falcon for Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to actually finishing that off. Day one, I actually did loads on it, and I've only had a couple of sessions on it, but I just need to. I don't know. I just need to get up on it and spend a day on it, and that'll be that really. But I'm kind of enjoying it as well now, like sort of tech with his AT-ATs. It's one of those sets I don't want to finish. And I found it all right to do actually. The techniques on its side, I found so much more fun than I thought I ever was going to. But yeah, I've really got to focus that bit on the city this year and just build stuff. That's basically the thing I'm going to be doing, Christine. Is I'm going to be building lots of stuff for the city, and then I can really start rebooting the city and kind of having something to show without kind of just saying this is what I'm going to be planning to doing and using your imagination loads. I'm still going to go with pretty much what I come up with last year, but it's going to be in a slightly different format. But yeah, it's a great big mock, and certainly when it comes to doing videos and stuff like that. I mean, I watched quite a few, especially last year. Anyway, a lot of people that do their cities. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed this, but someone will say, "Yeah, I'm going to do this to my city. I'm going to do that to my city." And then you watch the next video, and they're like, "Yeah, I didn't do that in the end. I did this instead." I'm like, so that's kind of. Yeah, so that's it really. I'm just going to put a bit more focus into that. So, like tomorrow, I'm going to be building. This set, the crane, and it's going to be for the city. It's a nice set to use for the city, and it's a nice one to do as well, especially when you've got a building that's going up somewhere. And you can kind of put this beside it where the next one's going to go. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Gave me that idea. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. That's all. Just a bit of fun.
Exactly. I can't wait. Tommy is here, and Tommy might not be here. He has a bad internet connection. The minifig who actually earlier on was saying that the minifig who might get involved in making YouTube videos, which would be awesome. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah. And also, Mifiku has to go. So cheers, guys. I have a few things need to sort first and tidy Lego a bit, and bring order to chaos. Exactly. Say bye to Tommy. Beefap said Greg's wife bought him the Falcon, aka his sugar mama. Damn right.
Yeah, she is. I tell you that for a fact. She really is. But yeah, do you know what? She got it when John Lewis was doing that. There was just a couple of days when there was a sale on or something, and it went down to like the lowest it had ever been. I think that's when she got it anyway. And all I know is I got back from holiday, and like within 10 minutes of arriving back from holiday, there was this big box outside. And I was like, "Oh, hello! I didn't order anything." Yeah, so it was kind of nice. It was kind of cool. It was lovely it was just brilliant. It's just an awesome set to have. It really is. I felt very, very, very blessed and lucky to have it.
So yeah, I fully agree. Totally agree. And that's the thing. We're all lucky. Excuse me. The four of us are lucky to have somebody partner, wife, etc., who tolerates, or in Christine's part, takes part in our Lego adventure. I mean, Lorraine is so like she lets me have all of this stuff around the place and in the kitchen and the hall and the bathroom and everywhere. And but no, she actually does buy me Lego as well. So Greg gets stuff bought for him. Craig, does your wife buy you Lego?
She did. Not so much now. I buy her Lego.
Oh, that's good. So I mean, that's it's still the kind of like two-way thing.
Yeah.
And Christine, do you guys ever, like a Christmas say? Would you say, what do you want for Christmas? Make a list, put some Lego on it, or do you buy Lego for each other anymore?
Oh, definitely. Actually, I think the Daily Bugle behind me, I guess on this side, that was kind of like, his Christmas present to me, and
Wow.
like I actually managed to get him a PS5. So that's kind of how we traded off.
Nice. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
have
can't
been
wait
happy
to
with
buy
you.
it. Do you know why I really want to buy it? It's because I've really, and I'm honestly, I can't believe I didn't watch this when it first came out. Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. It's like it's intense, and it's like,
Yeah.
Like, and I got to be honest, I'm genuinely interested in what people think. But I watched something like Boba Fett, who's meant to be a bit of a badass, bounty hunter in Star Wars, and then I put that on next, and I'm like, blimey, Boba Fett is like, it's like Daredevil is like AC/DC or Guns N' Roses. And then Boba Fett is like, putting on Phil Collins or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just like so soft in comparison. But I love Boba Fett. I really do. He's a brilliant character, and I'm kind of warming to the book of Boba Fett. But I got to say, Daredevil, my word, and the Punisher, blimey. It's crazy. I love it.
I think Moon Knight's going to be very much like the Daredevil Netflix series. That's my initial read.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's I mean, blimey, it has a very complicated character. Moon Knight is very complicated. He's like 4 characters in one. He really is. But yeah, what it looks like a good movie actually. It's a very cool movie.
Hi Naomi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
They can't hear you unless you talk louder.
I'm good.
You're good.
That's
Okay.
good. And we didn't get to say good. I know you came in to say goodnight to us last night. We didn't get to say goodnight to you. So good night for yesterday.
So you saying goodnight for yesterday? You waved, but no one said goodnight, did they?
I was waiting, and then I was like, oh no, she's gone.
Yeah. It was late though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like nearly 4 hours of streaming. You blame Greg, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Last night's stream was actually quite a long one, and I never want them ever to be nothing like that long. But yeah, 3 hours is quite long, blimey. Let alone 3 hours, nearly 3 hours 50 last night. But anyway, we finished the stream and sent everyone on their way over to tech stream, so that was kind of nice.
It was good fun though. It was a really good, interesting stream. Like last night, I had fun. Even though we
spent a lot longer on Lego ideas than what I thought we would. Genuinely, everyone was quite interested in them, and
they were good sets. I thought they were quite good sets, especially
even the jokey one, the toilet one. That everyone was like joking at that, but each to their own.
Exactly. Cabbage Face, no, this is kind of what I was getting at in the video. I mean, he says Overwatch will be out in 3 months. I doubt it, but they have all these sets ready to go. I'd love to see that happen. Nicole says, hello, Naomi. She's nearly your auntie at this stage. What's it say? All greatness to Khonshu. What's that mean? Konoshu? Don't know. It must be something to do with Daredevil or something. But with Daredevil, Greg, I got bored in the first series, and I stopped watching it for ages. And then I said, no, I have to go back and watch it. I went back, got through it, and then season 2, it was completely different. I loved it, and then I couldn't get enough of it. But when they had all of them in that one show, the Defenders blew my mind. That was just.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm genuinely, as soon as Daredevil's finished, I'm flicking over to watch Defenders.
Are you not going to watch Jessica Jones first?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I just want to get to the can you cut to the good bit? I'm going to do a bit of that. You know what I'm saying?
Jessica Jones is great.
And I think, am I right in saying, because Daredevil at the moment, the one I'm watching, literally the scene I've just got to is there's such a good intense chemistry between him and his secretary, and he's just gone home. He's asked her out on a date for the next day, and he's just got home. He's just cracked open a beer, probably admiring his handiwork of what he's been up to that day, and then next thing he's gone. Is just there's a woman in his apartment, and he's gone, oh, Electra, like that. He didn't go, oh, like that. That was a bit camp, but he's a bit more like, he's a bit more sinister than that. But yes, I can't wait. Honestly, I'm loving it. It's probably like there's drilling all sorts of things. I mean, there was a geezer, right? He was an Irishman as well, size, and he basically just put a shotgun to his head. I was like, blimey, that was graphic. I know. And I won't tell you what they were getting up to with the drill. Blimey. But yeah, it pays to wear steel toe cap boots. That's all I'll say if you get anywhere near a drill.
Exactly.
Good
Spot says Kenoshu is Moon Knight's deity.
Yeah, the Egyptian god of the moon, isn't it?
Yeah, is that the god that kind of has a thing on him?
Sort of possessed him, hasn't it? Something like that. That's
it. I got you. Yeah, I remember now. Cool.
Thanks for clearing that up. I hadn't a clue what you're talking about. Mama Lego is here saying hello, everybody. And yeah, I mean, there's mad stuff that went on in that show. Punisher is just like a crazy. I don't even know if I finished the last season of that. It was quite graphic. I'm not really a fan of the real graphic things. But he was really good. That actor was really good in Walking Dead as well.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, he was in Walking Dead. Pink Wheels is here as well. Everyone's talking about. Am I saying the name right? Khonshu.
Khonshu. Yeah, Khonshu. I think it's pronounced Khonshu.
Somebody mentioned Khonshu, and all these people are coming in. Like, anyway, hi, Pink Wheels. Haven't seen you for ages. Good to see you. What we'll do now, I think we will start winding it down a little bit and find out what everyone's doing on their channels and other media places for the next few days or week. What are you up to first, Craig?
Well, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any twitching before Greg's stream or not. I haven't decided, but I'll definitely be on with Greg doing some more building on this. And I haven't planned that far ahead. That's it.
Okay, cool. And Greg, what about yourself?
6 p.m. tomorrow's site. That is, of course, 1 p.m. EST USA time. I'm going to be building this. Can't wait. It's a set. Do you know what? Forget about the boutique hotel. Forget about Batman. We'll worry about him in March. Forget about the Bricklink castle in the forest. Who cares about that? What I care about is this. This is what I've been wanting to build for weeks. It really is. A crane.
A crane.
I'm a visionary. I'm just really looking forward to building it. I really.
What are you doing for the rest of the stream?
And then I'm going to review it and we'll kick off some banter between you and I and whoever's out there in the chat, giving it some large. So yeah, can't wait for it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll be on. So Brick Hive will be on. I think Brick Hive finishes around 6. I'll be on at 6 with Craig, and then I'll be finishing off just before the Brick Bods kick off about 8:30 tomorrow. So I'll be streaming for about 2 hours, 2 and a bit, and that's what I've been doing tonight, folks. I've unboxed it already, and I've sorted it all out. There we go. That's bag 2 there. I think
awesome.
You'll find. So I'm all good to go for tomorrow already, folks. I'm pre-planned. The promotions are out. The streams are out. All I've got to do is send Craig the link. Jobs are good, and I'll see you lovely people tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Good. And Greg, what is the transatlantic stream? What's it all about?
Oh, one of the first people I used to watch when I got into YouTube, or was wanted to get into YouTube. I was sort of seeing who was out there and stuff. And someone that kind of joined YouTube pretty much the same week as I did. Actually, it was literally a couple of days difference. Was Brandon, aka Brick Hive, and no one else was ever doing really collabs back then. So I said to him, I said, "Do you want to do a collab?" He went, "Yeah." And I've got this thing. I always have to name certain things that I do. If I'm doing a particular stream or a themed stream, I call it. I get, like Friday, London Calling. If I'm doing a stream on my own, it's called London Eye. And of course, with Brandon being based in Baltimore, I thought, well, we call it Transatlantic. So that's what we call it, the Transatlantic live stream. And that's going to be kicking off again next week, folks. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Funny enough, Craig up here is going to be a guest on that as well. We've got Lauren on there as well.
I get everywhere. I'm a pest.
No, he is everywhere, isn't he? He's like our stunt double, he is, Si, isn't he?
It's like a fungus or a rash.
I'm like a YouTube stalker.
He is. He really is. And he's actually a really nice guy, folks. He is. He's cuddly. He don't look it, but he's lovely. He's really, really lovely. Anyway, we'll go there. But yeah, so that's going to be the Transatlantic live stream. That's going to be kicking off next week at 3 p.m. UK. That's 10 a.m. To all you Americans out there, if you happen to be on the East Coast. And we're going to be building the Hogwarts Express. That's going to be a 6-hour stream. 3 hours on Hive stream, 3 hours on my stream. And Craig, you can join for as much of it as you fancy. So yeah, and that's what that is. So that's and of course on Wednesday we'll be back on the backlog with Si doing his thing on the backlog, which is another stream that I do. Again, another name of it. And the backlog really is just sets that we've bought maybe 10 minutes before the stream that we're going to build, as well as doing our old stuff as well. Yeah, so it's good stuff. But anyway, that's what I'm up to, Si, and that's what my streams are all about.
Sounds awesome. So, as I said to everybody before, and new people as well, if you like the people you see on the screen, all the links are in the description below. So go and check everybody out. Not right now because we're not finished. And if you have just arrived in, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and take part in the poll. I'll be finishing the poll in a few minutes. Over to Christine. What have you got coming up for the next few days or the week on your channels?
Well, pretty much as soon as we're done here, my husband and I are going to go shopping for Lego. So we're going to go see what we can find to build on the next few streams. My streams are usually at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is like basically the middle of the night for all of you guys.
I know.
So, it's different time zones. It's different. But I have no idea what sets we'll end up getting, but I'm hoping to find some really good new sets today. So we'll see.
Is there any particular set that you're after?
There's a couple. I'm looking for like some of the idea sets, like the Seinfeld set and possibly the Sesame Street set.
Oh, that's a good set. Love that.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I really want to get the Boba Fett Slave One, or Boba Fett Starship as they call it now, because I haven't picked that one up yet. I have the UCS one, but I want to
get in there. That new one is actually really good. Like, it really, really is good. One, you get a fairly decent Boba Fett. There's a funny thing with the coloration. You'll know that when you see it. But what I will say is, for a little build, it was really good. It was a fun build. One of my favorite Star Wars sets from last year, that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And it's sold out everywhere, that new one as well. Like, I was going to pick it up the other day and it was gone. Christine, did you know that we don't have a Lego set in Ireland at all? It's terrible. No Lego set. No Lego stores.
Lego store.
No Legos. You see, it winds me every time. We've no Lego stores in Ireland at all.
I understand, because there's no Lego stores in Arkansas. So I would have to drive I think it's like 6 hours away to get to a Lego store.
What?
So I've never been to a Lego store in my entire life.
That's actually worse than me. I could get to a Lego store on an airplane over to where Greg lives in probably an hour. But 6 hours. I know Adora Build was streaming today, and they were talking about Lego stores. And she lives in I can't remember where she lives anyway. She lives in but is it Perth or somewhere? But where she lives anyway, Matt Elder from Family Bricks said that like it's in the outback, like, but they have a Lego store.
Oh,
it's like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I said they've got a Lego store on a cruise ship, but not one in this country. It's a joke. So yeah, so that is that's my little rant. I try and throw that in every now and then. Hopefully, Lego, if you're listening, you'll open a bloody store. I'm going to end the poll right now. So if you haven't taken part in the poll, get yourself on there. 104 votes, which is pretty good. And we'll end the poll. Oh, it's a pretty interesting one as well. So that'll take. Oh no, sorry, quick today. So the question was, will you buy the Lego globe? No is 66%, and yes is 33%. So that's 104 votes. So thank you everybody for voting. You all rock. From me, what have I written down? So if the backlog on Wednesday, is it 7 or half 7? We're doing it on.
Oh, I'll have to get back to you on that one, Si. It's I don't know what my route is. My route has just changed. The government has just changed all our the lockdown thing, and the knock-on effect on that with me is my working pattern, shall we say, is slightly altered. I will let you know, Si. I will let you know later on.
Perfect. So that's Wednesday. Keep an eye out. It's usually around 7 to 8 times.
Between 7 or 8. Between 7 and 8,
exactly.
You will find Si and I doing our thing, the backlog.
Yeah, we'll be annoying you on all your Instagram channels, and we'll spam the hell out of you. So you'll find out when it is exactly. Then there'll be some videos actually coming out. I've been a bit slow because I got my booster jab and it kicked me for 6 a whole week, so I haven't felt like doing anything. And yeah, so that's the way that was. Just say goodbye to a few people. We won't be here all day because I need to go to the bathroom. I've been sitting here for an hour going, oh my god. I have. So thanks.
How do you think your seat feels?
I know, yeah. Get off. We had Jude, we had Lorraine, Fox O'Connor, we had Topic Bricks, Bruce from Another Brick, Planet Tech. If you like Star Wars, check out Planet Tech. He does Star Wars on his channel, that particular channel exclusively. Cabbage Face Bricks, if you like Kobe, he does Kobe stuff on his channel, not exclusively, but a lot of. We had Red Carnage, we had Trevor Baker, Microfish, who is a new person to both of the channels. Good to see you. Axel is here, Spot, Nicole, Pink Wheels, Planet Tech, as I said already. We had Tommy C Bricks, Brick and Brood. We had a lot of Christine's friends on as well. They're way up at the top. So thank you everybody who came over to support BrickQueen, and Sarah Starbucks was here. Sam Parry. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you again on Greg's channel to check him out. There's Naomi. Everybody say goodbye to Naomi. Bye, Naomi.
Bye, Naomi.
Goodbye to everybody in the chat, and we'll all see you next time. Greg's channel tomorrow. Don't forget. Bye.